Let's dive into an explainer that totally shatters everything you thought you knew about Australia. You're probably picturing endless hot deserts, sandy beaches, and hopping kangaroos everywhere, right? Well, toss those stereotypes out the window. The reality is way more surprising and complex. For starters, did you know Australia is actually the sixth largest country on Earth? Massive. Despite having 10 massive deserts, the Australian Alps actually get 35 inches of snow every year. You can actually ski and snowboard across 13 different alpine nature reserves during the winter. If snow isn't wild enough, they've got natural lakes that literally turn neon pink. They look amazing, but they're as salty as the Dead Sea, so definitely don't take a sip. This wild environment breeds unique wildlife. 80% of Australian animals exist nowhere else on Earth. Kangaroos are absolutely everywhere in New South Wales, but spotting a wild platypus usually takes a pro guide. Offshore, the Great Barrier Reef is a massive ecosystem made up of over 2,500 individual reefs. The craziest part is its sheer scale. It covers half the eastern coast and is visible from space. Human history here is equally vast. Aboriginal people thrived for 65,000 years before Europeans even arrived. You can explore these incredibly ancient cultures at amazing museums across Melbourne and Sydney today. Fast forward to today, and modern Australia surprisingly boasts the absolute highest literacy rate in the world. Locals joke that their notoriously slow internet actually forces people to read instead of scrolling social media. But despite that massive landmass, 90% of these highly educated residents live right along the shoreline. Here's a twist. We associate camels with the Middle East, but Australia actually exports them to Saudi Arabia. And get this, the term selfie was actually invented by an Australian back in 2002. Finally, Australia is a massive wine producer, shipping out over 750 million liters every single year. With over 60 regions, taking a bus tour from Sydney to Melbourne is the perfect tasting strategy. So, after seeing all this, do you still think Australia is just a hot, empty desert? From snow-capped Alps to 65,000 years of history, this place constantly defies our everyday stereotypes. What you should really take away from this explainer is there's always more than meets the eye. It really makes you wonder, what other familiar countries are hiding secrets that completely shatter our stereotypes?